Good morning. Our research work is entitled Communicating Sustainability through Social Media in the Italian University Context. It has been written by Marta Musso, Roberta Pinna and Paolo Carrus from University of Cagliari. So we can say some introductory words to begin about sustainability and communication. Firstly, we have to say that there is a growing interest in sustainability issues from organizations of different type of sectors and industry. And this has led the organization to adopt appropriate channels both to communicate their commitment and to engage with their stakeholders on sustainability, especially in an online context. Recent trends also highlight that in institutional communication now includes sustainability as a key business strategy, which has implication for sustainability communication programs in practice. Communication about sustainability refers to a process in which information and opinions regarding sustainability issues are exchanged and debated. We have to underline that the role of university in fostering sustainable development is very important, and there is a consensus about contribute from researchers that university play an essential role in meeting the challenges of sustainable development through the formation of future generations and in dissemination of knowledge within the society, also with reference to the ability to promote sustainable development. And also the emergence of social media has created an opportunity for organization communicators to interact with the public in such a way that traditional media and static websites cannot. People generally who use social media perceive that they have more power in creating change than those who do not use social media to reach publics. So the building of social media platforms has become an important way for organizations to manage their reputation and maintain relationships with the public. For the reason, many organizations, including the institution of higher education and the university, actively use social media as a part of their communication efforts. Also, we have to say that there is not a great number of studies that analyze the role of social media in communicating sustainability for university. So, the purpose of this study is to analyze how social media can be adopted to communicate sustainability by university, and more precisely we wanted to investigate whether the online social platforms are used to support, with reference to sustainability, different communication functions. What we used? We used qualitative methodologies, including content analysis following Miles and Huberman indication, applied in the different Facebook page of Italian University, institutional Italian Facebook page of Italian University. We have chosen Facebook because it is a social platform considering that it is the most relevant and spread tool, and in addition, it allows to contemporary use sustainability-related content as text and several multimedia contents on this page, such as video, links, photos, and etc., which all stimulate the students' or stakeholders' reaction and their contribution. We applied, as I said before, a content analysis, and we created a list of codes defined from the literature prior to define the fieldwork to guide the analysis. So we developed a coding scheme. So the first step of the data collection process was focused to determine which university could be the most active in communicating sustainability through social network to compose the dataset. The first criteria of selection was to consider those universities participating at the Italian University Network for Sustainable Development, RUS. And the network includes 73 universities with different communication strategies on sustainability and different level of sustainability communication commitment. And to determine which were the most active Facebook page belonging to the Italian University Network for Sustainable Development, we developed a very brief analysis of every page with the aim to assess which contents were referred to sustainability and sustainability development for the sample. We considered for the sample period the period between October and December 2019. And to carry out this step, the first step of the analysis, we applied the NVivo software. So, it has been found that only few universities have dedicated the pages to sustainability in an exclusive manner, and the 6 pages were sensibly more active than the other 73. Thus, 6 Italian university institutional Facebook pages were considered for the proper database to study the role of the social page for the sustainability communication. The period study for the whole analysis was from July 2019 to January 2020, and through the application of NVivo software, we analyzed a total of 900 of messages approximately posted by university. So, from the total amount of the posts, it has been possible to determine which were related to sustainability and sustainability development. Therefore, through NVivo, we classified for the coding the different posts. So, for what concerns the coding scheme, the coding procedure has been developed through a 2-step path. In the first step, the coding procedure aims to identify the different categories of messages describing the different functions of communication for sustainability implemented on the social media institutional Facebook page. And for this purpose, a model from the communication literature on social media has been used to identify which are the communication functions on social media. And therefore, the activities of the model have to be adapted in order to fit a sustainability context. We found 3 main communication function, and they are information function, action, and community creation. So, starting from this classification, the next passages was trying to define better each main category into different categories, and we found different subcategories for every function. For the information function, we found 2 subcategories. They are sharing news about general sustainability development and sharing information on ongoing projects of the university. For the action function, we found to promote events, to call for volunteers, and to join other sites or votes for organization and changing habits. While for the community function, we found information collection and to make chance of interaction between users. So, once the coding scheme emerged from the literature, has been set to the next phase, and we applied the scheme on the data collection. So, for what concerns results, we can say that the study confirmed the 3 main functions of university social media with regard to the sustainability communication. They consist mainly, as I said before, in information, action, and community creation. And we also can say that university mostly use the social platform to activate action, communication function, and information. Whilst more rarely, university use the social platform to feed and activate stakeholders through dialogue and community building, trying to create strong links between individuals and group-specific sustainability issues of common interest. As it can be seen from the table, universities are more likely to use social media to push content for promoting events, both regarding the university activities for sustainability and general themes regarding other organizations committed in sustainability. Very significant posts were referred also both to promote events for sustainability belonging to the university or to other organizations. Also, other very significant messages were aimed not only to give information, but to stimulate behaviors which could favor sustainable development for environmental, economic, and social dimension. So we can say that this result is very consistent with the nature and mission of the university, and in particular to the RUS, the Italian University Network for Sustainable Development. For what concerns discussion, we can say that the content analysis also showed that there is not an optimal function to use for the adoption of social media channels for university. And the three categories of communication, mainly oriented to information, action, community, all interacted with each other, they seem to be integrated in the context of a complex communication strategies of sustainability. And in particular, the components of information and action progressively would feed the community components as the most advanced form of communication in terms of sustainability. So, it has been possible to notice that the community category could benefit in perspective of the content of messages relating to information and action components. Indeed, we can argue that a single post coded as community creation perspective can include and are fostered from information or action basis. So, for what concerns practical implication, we can say that there is still no adequate use of all the communicative potential of social platforms, and in particular of their specific interactivity charters with reference to the community creation. In other words, it emerged that there is the need of development of an orientation for communication responsible in a university capable of evolving the communication of sustainability in the direction of building structured form of collaboration both for online and offline communities. Also, the results suggest that there is a need for a greater allocation of resources, certainly not favored by the progressive reduction of university funding, on the creation of specific skills for professionals responsive to manage communication of social media in particular. The aim is to best exploit the opportunities for relational exchange that the interactivity features of social platforms can allow. So, we can say also that the founded function consists mainly in information, action and community creation. They all refer to commitment of the university in sustainable development communication. And despite this study has few limits, for example, they are referred mainly to the methodology adopted, the implicit subjectivity of the method, we can say that future research can be very interesting to be developed. For example, referring to integrating the analysis with the comments of the users to study the interaction between the university and the users, and also could be very interesting to make the data collection bigger, to analyze also not only Facebook but other social platforms. So thank you for the attention, and thank you.